Tonight we bring you a story that lays bare the brutal reality of gender-based violence, a menace that continues to plague our communities and shatter lives. In Kisii, a mother's fight for her children's future turned into a horrific nightmare, leaving her with deep wounds and a desperate plea for justice. Mercy Kwamboka's husband cut her on the head 8 times with a machete for allegedly suspecting her of having an affair with a client in her vegetable business. NTV's Sharon Momanyi begins our coverage tonight with that sad story.
This seemingly peaceful homestead in Nyamarambo, South Mugirango in Kisii County, hides a harrowing tale of survival. Just 2 weeks ago, Mercy Kwamboka, a fruit and vegetable vendor, was brutally attacked by her husband. He suspected her of an affair with a customer, a seemingly baseless accusation that led to a machete assault, leaving her with 8 deep cuts across her head and face. The visible scars tell only part of Mercy's story. Her husband, who neither works nor provides for their 2 children, had a history of violence. The incident on May 15, 2025 was a culmination of repeated abuse, all while Mercy was desperately trying to earn enough to send her children to school. They had been stuck at home for lack of school fees.
Mzee mwingine alikuwa anataka nimnunulie, nilikuwa na wakati hapo mapema, lakini vile alipita akapata iko, akirudi akapata imeisha. Akaniuliza, wakati ulikuwa unauza ulichukua wapi? Nikamwambia zimeisha. Ulikuwa unasitaka? Akaniambia, nikamwambia silipaki nyumbani kidogo, mimi nitaenda hapo ni karibu nikupatie hapo kwa fence utumie kama ulikuwa naacha nayo.
Mercy reported previous assaults to the police, but her husband remains at large. This lack of action by the authorities has left her not only physically scarred, but also living in constant fear.
Sasa niliona hakuna mahali nitaenda, nikirudi huko South Mugirango maybe ataesa nikumaliza tena kabisa. Hata vile niko hapa, hata sioni kama niko safe juu. Vile huyo mtu atashikwa, hata ni saa zingine naenda natetemeka, maybe naota ndoto mbaya, maybe ataesa nifuata tena anipate.
Mercy's case, tragically, is not isolated. It mirrors a disturbing trend of rising gender-based violence and femicide across Kenya.
1, 2, 3, up to 8.
We spoke to Dr. Evelyn Ogendo, a psychologist and women's rights activist, who highlights the systemic issues at play.
This is a husband who does not do anything at all. You don't pay the school fees. You don't buy any food. And you do know nothing. And then you want to suppress a woman who wants to try and make sure, including you have to eat. So I found it very absurd. There are so many scenarios that have not been reported. We are dealing with Mercy's case because that is what has come on the limelight. But do we have informers in the 47 counties to tell us exactly how many? When they are not reported, does not mean that it doesn't happen.
While a GBV task force is currently in place, the slow pace of justice for victims like Mercy raises critical questions. The police were unreachable for comment on Mercy's case.
Where is this man still at large? You can run, but you can't hide. So what is happening in terms of bringing him into book? And at least even encouraging those other, it's not only this one. There's a woman maybe who has suffered, who has been beaten, who is lame because of GBV, who cannot see, whose skin is already damaged because of GBV. And she cannot even raise her voice to tell even her own mother, her own sister, this is what this man does to me. How do we give these women voice?
Mercy Kwamboka's story serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for a more robust and responsive system to combat gender-based violence. The imperative is for perpetrators to be held accountable and for victims to receive the protection and support they desperately need. This action may then offer a voice to countless others who suffer in silence. Sharon Momanyi, NTV.